Hey guys, what is up? It is Cedar Flags here, and welcome back to another one of my videos. So today, I will be talking about Cedar Point, and I'm sorry for the very long delay when it comes to videos. I was on vacation, but with the videos, let's get right back to some news. Cedar Point has announced last week that Witch's Wheel, the Huss Enterprise at the park, will be removed on September 3rd. So let's talk about this. If you guys don't know what Witch's Wheel is a Huss Enterprise that came out in 1977 and has served over 24 million riders. So this is a flat ride. This is nothing more than a flat ride. It's a very popular flat ride. It's in amusement parks all over the world, but this ride is seeing its last spin on September 3rd. So the big question that everyone's wondering is, if any other amusement park were to remove a ride, they'd be sad. But when Cedar Point removes a ride, everyone's like, what's going to be next? So that is the first thing I thought of when I heard the Witch's Wheel announcement. So let's talk about what might replace Witch's Wheel for maybe the 2019 or 2020 season. I predict that this will come in the 2019 season. I don't think that this is going to be till 2020. I just think that this would be the perfect time slot for something to go into that area. So let me get this off my chest. It's not going to be a roller coaster. I don't think it's going to be a roller coaster. Cedar Point hasn't added 2 roller coasters in a row since 2003. And I don't think they're going to continue to do that because Steel Vengeance was a true marvel. And I think for a couple years, they're going to keep that on the top of their advertising. And I feel like Cedar Point will keep Steel Vengeance as their latest and greatest coaster for another year. So what do I think will replace Witch's Wheel? I think it's going to be a flat ride. Well, I mean, a lot of people think it's going to be a flat ride, but I am almost certain that a flat ride will replace the spot of Witch's Wheel. So for this video, I want to get extremely technical. So let's talk about the area of the original Huss Enterprise. If you multiply the base, which is 71 feet by 60 feet, you will get a square footage of 4,260 square feet. So we're looking at a square footage of 4,260. But we can go a little better than that. If we look at all the land around it, from Gemini to Magnum XL 200, you got yourself about 17,000 square feet you're looking at. So this is a lot of land to work with, especially with a flat ride. But maybe there are a couple of flat rides that wouldn't work here, like a Zamperla Giant Discovery. But I mean, Cedar Point's got max air. We're good. So let's think about something out of the equation when it comes to a swing ride, because we already got Skyhawk and max air. What else could this ride be? So I was thinking more of the lines of something new, something shiny, something not many amusement parks have seen before. Let's first look at the act of repetition. Let's look at what other Cedar Fair parks have added for flat ride expansions. Very recently, Cedar Fair has been adding a couple of Mondale top scans to their park, like Electro Spin at Carowinds and Soul Spin at Knott's Berry Farm. If you want an example from a non-Cedar Fair park, go to Samurai Lagoon, but it's one of those rides, those wacky rides that have a lot of axes on them, and you could spin like crazy. But I think that this could be a good possibility in this, because Cedar Fair and Cedar Point work together. I mean, they're in the same company, obviously, and I think Cedar Point would really work well from this. It could be advertised as one of the freakiest rides at Cedar Point. It could probably be one of the best flat rides at Cedar Point. I mean, Cedar Point has already a great collection of flat rides, but I think this could be very high up there. So I think another possibility, the next couple of possibilities, are things that we haven't seen at other parks a lot. So I'm thinking of more rare attractions. And so let's look at the Sky Wharf from Skyline Attractions. Six Flags has recently put one of these in one of their parks. It's a Harley Quinn Crazy Coaster at Six Flags Discovery Kingdom, and a lot of people are saying it's a good ride. Would it be good at Cedar Point? I'm not 100% sure. I mean, it looks very fun. It looks like a great attraction, but I don't know if Cedar Fair and Cedar Point are ready for this yet. I don't know if they would do this yet. I'm not sure. But there is one more possibility that I could probably see go to Cedar Point. This might be a little too far-fetched, but I think this is actually the most possible other than a top scan. A Gerstlauer Sky Roller coming to Cedar Point. What do you guys think about that? If you don't know what a Gerstlauer Sky Roller is, it's basically like Skyhawk at Canada's Wonderland, where people try to get the most flips. I could definitely see this at Cedar Point. Cedar Point doesn't have a lot of interactive rides. I don't think they have really any interactive rides if you think about it. They have no dark rides. I think the closest you'd get is the train. So, yeah, they don't really have any interactive rides, and I feel like this ride would be a very good interactive ride. You could compete with your friends to see how much you'd flip. I feel like this would be a really good crowd pleaser. And most coaster enthusiasts haven't even been to both Cedar Point and Canada's Wonderland, which basically means like 95% of the GP haven't been to both of those parks either. And so this will be such a big surprise to them. This will be the first one in the United States. It will attract a lot of people. So I think this is the most likely possibility. The footprint fits in the footprint of where Witch's Wheel used to be. And I really think this could be a big possibility for the future of Cedar Point. It would get a lot of guests talking, it would get a lot of coaster enthusiasts talking, and draw in a lot more guests to Cedar Point. So, that's my video. What do you guys think that Cedar Point will get in 2019? What do you think will replace Witch's Wheel? Tell me in the comments. I will see you guys later with a coaster review.